3 years, I went from being completely broke, almost losing my home, and struggling to even being able to buy groceries to living a lifestyle of complete freedom. I was able to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, without worrying about money. And that's because I built an incredible source of passive income. And so in this video, I'm going to be giving you a practical and safe step-by-step plan on how to quit your 9-to-5 by building a second source of income for yourself. And we're going to break this video down into 5 sections. First, we're going to go over the best type of online business to start. Second, you're going to learn the biggest opportunity with AI. Third, I'm going to share with you the biggest mistakes to avoid. Fourth, we're going to create your launch plan. And then 5, I'm going to give you the practical resources that you need to have success with this, including the courses, the education, and the tools for free. So section 1, the best type of business to start. There are thousands of online business models to look into, but the best ones are going to be freedom businesses. And there's 3 things that separates a freedom business from other businesses, as well as from a typical 9-to-5. First, a freedom business gives you financial freedom by giving you financial control. The problem with a 9-to-5 is that your income is limited. Growth is slow, and ultimately, a 9-to-5 is not nearly as safe as people make it out to be, because your boss can fire you at any time or AI can come and replace you. A freedom business is going to let you control your income so that if you want to make $10,000 a month, you can. If you want to make $80,000 a month, you can, as long as you're willing to put in the work. There's no limits, there's no caps. It's what you put in is what you get out. Second, a freedom business should be able to give you time freedom, meaning you're not trading your time for money. In any given week, you will have 168 hours. Assuming you sleep 8 hours a day, that leaves you with 112 hours. If you work 8 hours a day and on average spend 1 extra hour getting ready for work and commuting, that means 40% of your waking life will be spent working for someone else, building someone else's dream, building someone else's business. You don't see it, but you're already a business builder. You just don't do it for yourself yet. The problem is that some online business models require 60 to 70 hours a week in order for them to work. An online freedom business is a business where you have flexibility with your work hours. Yes, it requires upfront work. Yes, the more you put in, the more you get out, but within 12 months, you should be able to turn that active work into passive income. And so an online freedom business is going to be a business where you have flexibility with your time, where you can just put in 1 to 2 hours a day and you can start seeing results, where yes, what you put in is what you get out, but it should be the type of business where 12 months down the road, you should be able to automate it so that the business can run without you and it can grow without you. That way you're able to turn active work into passive income. And third, this brings us to the last point, which is a freedom business needs to give you location freedom, meaning you should be able to go anywhere in the world and it's not going to affect your income. Whether you want to go to Australia, Bali, Dubai, Paris, Brazil, Tulum, wherever you want to go, the money should be flowing in. And this is an important one because let's say you start a side hustle like becoming a real estate agent or something, and let's pretend you're part of the 1% that becomes successful. That would be like having golden handcuffs because yes, you'd be in control of your schedule. Yes, you could make good money, but you'd be stuck to whatever city, whatever town you're in, because that's where your clientele is going to be. So you can't just drop everything and go on a vacation. And this is why the definition of a freedom business matters so much, because when you put it all together, a freedom business needs to let you do what you want, when you want, wherever you want. And so now that we've gone over the definitions, let's go over what is the biggest opportunity right now, which is artificial intelligence. More specifically, combining AI with marketing. Marketing is a $1.3 trillion per year industry, and you are surrounded by local business owners right now, hundreds, if not thousands of them, that are investing into their marketing. Think about the gyms, the restaurants, the lawyers, all the different contractors and car dealerships and real estate agents and mortgage loan officers, architects, literally every local business near you. On average, those businesses are paying out anywhere from $1,000 a month to $20,000 a month to people that can help them with marketing. And what makes this cool is that AI can automate 87% of marketing. And not only that, but according to the #1 research firm in the world, McKinsey, you have 72% of all marketing switching from traditional to AI-based marketing. And so it doesn't take a genius to start seeing the opportunity here, where you have clients that are going to be paying every single month for help with their marketing. You can automate the marketing with AI, and you actively have over $1 trillion being transferred from traditional marketing agencies, the people that have been around for years, to the new people that are learning AI. But Bruno, I don't have any experience with AI or marketing, I hear you say. Well, my dear viewer, that is not a problem because AI is new to everybody. You have some huge advantages right now because #1, you don't have companies that have been doing AI marketing for 20 years or who have businesses that have been passed down for generations. And so you're not competing with industry titans. #2, you don't have market saturation because AI is so new, you're not going to be competing with hundreds or thousands of people unless this video does really well, which I really hope it does. And then #3, clients don't even know what to expect yet because you don't have industry best practices. Nobody knows what AI is capable of, and everybody's curious to find out how they can get their hands on it, which means AI marketing is the best thing that a complete beginner can get into right now to start building a second source of income without a high barrier to entry. And so if 87% of all marketing can be automated, you have an industry that's worth $1.3 trillion per year transferring 72% of that wealth to the newbies. How do you build a business around it? This is where a new side hustle comes in called the AI employee. And here's the easiest way to think about it. When you look at a traditional job that humans do, what is it? It's a list of tasks and humans have to complete those tasks. And if we can create an AI that can do those tasks, now all of a sudden you have an AI employee. And in a nutshell, what you're doing here is that instead of collecting one paycheck from your 9 to 5 right now, you're going to be collecting 15 paychecks from 15 different jobs, but you're not going to be the one doing the work. Instead, the AI employee is going to be working for you. And so you're probably wondering, what kind of work can an AI employee do? In a nutshell, AI employees right now are able to replace marketers, salespeople, and admins. And so here's a couple of quick examples of what AI employees can do. Number one, AI employees can get business owners more 5-star reviews, which is huge for their marketing, because if you've ever looked anything up on Google, whether it's you're looking for a new place to eat or you're looking for a new person to cut your hair or a gym to go to, what are you going to be looking at? The reviews. Number two, the AIs can get them way better results from any marketing that they're already doing, meaning truthfully, you're not even competing with marketing agencies because you're going to improve the results that they're able to get for their clients. And number three, it can serve as a backup for any time that they're missing calls, which is a way bigger market than you'd imagine because the call center industry is worth an extra $300 billion. And so think of businesses that get calls after business hours. For examples, emergency plumbers, emergency electricians, HVACs, DUI lawyers, and personal injury attorneys because accidents are happening at night all the time. And for all those things we just talked about, I have made several videos that go deep into them, and so I'll make sure to link them below for you. But the point is, the AI employee does the work, the business owner gets the marketing that they need, and you're the one that gets to collect the check. Meaning you can be anywhere in the world, that money is still going to land in your account because you don't have to be the one that shows up to work. And look, just being real with you, I'm out here replacing marketers, admins, and salespeople, but somewhere out there are people building out AI employees for every single job. And so I believe the future is not going to be humans working jobs, but it's going to be humans that learn how to use AI to work jobs. And so now let's go over what the numbers are for a side hustle or a business like this. On the low end, each AI employee, you'd be renting out to a local business for $720 a month. Here's where that number comes from. A traditional employee like an admin, a salesperson, or a marketer, they're going to cost that business owner somewhere between $40,000 to $70,000 a year, which is going to translate from anywhere from $20 an hour to $40 an hour. An AI employee, on the other hand, it's going to work for $1 an hour, but it works 24/7, 30 days of the month, thus $720 a month. On the high end though, you can charge upwards of $2,000 or even $3,000 a month for a single AI employee. But not only that, but the AI employee, it's gonna work 24/7 as opposed to the 8 hours that a human works. It's never gonna ask for benefits, it's never gonna complain, it's never gonna have a sick day, it's never gonna need to be fired or retrained, it's never gonna sue the company or be an HR nightmare. And so there's no real liability with the AI employees, and it's just a lot less of a headache for the business owner than an actual person is. And the cool part is that once you set up the AI employee for the business owner, you can just set it and forget it, where the AI employee runs on its own, meaning that a lot of the work with the side hustle is front loaded. And to increase your income, all you have to do is find more clients, which I've also published several videos here on YouTube showing how to do so. But to put it into perspective for you, even if all you did was get 10 clients, each at $1,000 a month, that would be an extra $120K a year of passive income, which if you wanted to earn that type of money doing anything else, say like investing into the stock market, you would need at least 1.2 million sitting there, and you would just be hoping for those 10% returns. And let me tell you, it's a lot easier to get 10 AI marketing clients than it is to save up $1.2 million. In fact, I've even seen some students do it in a single week. But point being is, let's say you get up to 10K and you're happy with your income, guess what? You can pause the business. You can let your AI employees work. You don't have to go out and find new clients. And instead, you can sit back and do what I did, which was travel the world or enjoy your time, enjoy your family, do whatever it is you want. But the point is, that is what having true control looks like. You are not beating to the drum of anyone else. You are building your own business. By the time I turned 26, I was bringing in close to 6 figures a month of passive income. And so I got to travel the world with my friends and live this life that looks luxurious and high end. But really, it was just an internet dork that took the time to learn an internet money making skill while everybody else was in their comfort zone or just doing what they were used to. So now that you understand what a freedom business is, how the opportunity works, the business model, let's create that 9 to 5 escape plan by answering the following questions. Number one, how much time should you put in? Number two, when do you actually quit your job? And number three, how do you go about starting the side hustle? And don't worry, I'm not going to sell you anything at the end of the video. So to kick things off, I would suggest 1 to 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, if you want to escape the 9 to 5 within a 6-month time period. And the reason I have that number is because as a mentor, I've just seen people burn out when they do more and then anything less, and you just lack the consistency required to have a takeoff. 1 to 2 hours a day is also that healthy medium of time that people just waste on a day-to-day basis, whether it's scrolling on TikTok, watching TV, playing video games. And so instead of putting time into unproductive things, you can actually just put it into something that's going to build your future. Second, do not quit your job to start a side hustle. Truthfully, I put my back against the wall and I went all in, but it was the most stressful time period of my life, where I was so stressed that like I would wake up in the middle of the night like choking in my sleep because it was either I make the business work or I'm going homeless. And I know there's a lot of fanfare on the internet of like go all in and hustle culture and grind culture and be a warrior and whatever, but I don't recommend that, especially if you're a parent, you have family, you have responsibilities and obligations. Maybe if you're in your early 20s, yeah, go and do that. But in order to make that transition from 9 to 5 to owning a business like this, I recommend doing it safely, slowly, and in a stable way. And so the way to approach it is to put 1 to 2 hours a day into this. And once you're making enough money to replace your income, you're going to work really hard for 3 months and make sure that that income stays consistent. By then, you're going to have savings. You're going to have a little bit of a nest egg, and that's when you can go all in. Like I said before, for most people, it's going to take 6 months of consistent work for them to get to the point where they replace your income. And I know that's not popular to say on the internet because everybody wants to get rich in 30 days by sniffing farts out of a jar, but that is not how building an online business works. And if you want it to work that way, you're going to get scammed over and over and over again until you learn your lesson that there's no such thing as fast money. And so I'd rather tell you the truth of what to expect because I've tried every side hustle out there. I've done everything that there is to do, and every single legitimate business opportunity, it's going to take time to kick off. But the takeaway is that once you really understand the AI marketing skill, the sky's the limit. I had 2 mentors that taught me this business. One sold his company for $109 million. The other sold his for $46.3 million. And unlike a 9 to 5, the longer that you do this, the more that you're going to earn. And it won't just be your 3% raise every year. I'm talking about every year trying to double or quadruple your income. And so those are the rules for engagement here. So let's break down the launch into 3 phases so you know what to expect. Phase 1 is just education. You have to learn how AI marketing works, and you have to understand the technical side of things. Even if you're not techie, it's not going to be that hard. The easiest way for me to describe this to you is technology has made even AI so simple that it's kind of like a coloring book for adults. Like if you've ever gone to Applebee's and they give you the little menu with the crayons when you were a kid and you just color it in, or you did that, or maybe your kids had that experience. That's kind of what AI is like, but for adults. And as long as when you were a kid, you weren't eating crayons, you should be fine. Phase 2 is going to be when you create and build your AI employee with the education that you just took in. And once again, as long as you take it as a casual project where you're just putting 1 to 2 hours a day and you're pacing yourself, it's going to come together. But then phase 3, this is when you launch. This is when you go and acquire clients. And if you use the strategies that I share here on my channel, I've seen people replace their full-time income in literally a week. And so let's dive into each of those phases a little bit deeper. So for the education as to how do you learn this business model, you have both free and you have paid options. The major difference between picking between a free option and a paid option is, do you want a done with you program versus a do-it-yourself service? A done with you education model is going to have somebody guiding you in real time and helping you build that business so that you're always going to have support when you need it. And quite frankly, using a done with you model, you're going to have a mentor and somebody teaching you as you go. You're going to get that live support that you need. Kind of like how when you were learning how to drive, you probably didn't just pick up a driver's ed book. Instead, you had to get behind the wheels of a car, and likely you had a mentor there with you to make sure that you didn't crash. The major advantages of a paid or done with you model is that number 1, you're going to dramatically reduce the risk of failure. Number 2, you're going to get results way faster. Number 3, it's going to be a better experience because it's going to be less headache, less stress. And then number 4, you're also going to get to skip a lot of the work because, as an example, I have a mentorship program. If a student joins my mentorship program, I clone my business and give it to them ready to go so that more than 80% of the work is already done. And if you want my direct help with building your business, then you can check out the link below for the mentorship program. It is a program that you're going to have to apply for. We don't accept everybody, and we do have limited spots. So my apologies if there's nothing available when you do apply. With free education models, they're going to be do-it-yourself programs where you're going to be given all the pieces, you're going to be given all the instructions, but you're the one that's expected to build it all out and to figure it all out. And generally speaking, do-it-yourself yourself education is really good, especially for beginners. It's pretty effective at helping you get your first client and getting you to a point where you can afford mentorship, where you can afford to invest into your education. And the reason why you're able to get both a quality education and something for free is because companies like the AI marketing platform that I work with, they want to bring on more users. They want their users to be successful. And so they do team up with people like me to make you successful, which brings us to how to start this AI marketing side hustle. Number one, if you do want to go with the free option, then down below, you're going to find a link to the AI marketing platform that I've been using since 2019, back before they were even AI. At that point, they were just automations. And when you start a free trial using the link below, you're going to get access to 3 courses for free. 2 courses provided by the platform, and then a 3rd course provided by me that's going to help you learn about AI marketing and even help you get you your first client. The company is called Go High Level, and if you want access to the education that I provide through it, as well as my snapshots, my AI prompts, then once again, all you have to do is go down to the description below and start your free trial or upgrade to SaaS mode. And then number 2, you can start with the paid mentorship model. The only way that I don't recommend going about this is to go and try to do it completely on your own without some sort of structured guidance or some sort of course. Even if it is the free course, like, that's better than nothing. And the reason is, what you don't pay for with money, you're going to pay for with time. And when you pay for things with time, that is called the stupid tax, because time is the one resource that you can never get back. You can always make your money back, but you will never make back any time that you lose. And generally speaking, when you're a complete beginner and you go start a business on your own, you're going to light so much more money on fire than you would if you were to just spend money on an education. But you don't even have to, because there's free courses. And so just to recap, all you have to do is learn how AI marketing works and then build out your first demo bot using the education that you have. Or if you do use the free trial link, I will send you one already completed. And then number 3, pick up some clients, because I've already shown on my YouTube channel, as well as my mentorship program and the course that you're getting, how to do so. And you're going to be well on your way to being able to quit your 9-to-5 within a 6 to 12 month time period. With that said, let me know what questions you have in the comments below. And as always, I hope you learned something. If you want to support the channel, like, subscribe. It helps out a ton, and it's what allows me to keep making practical videos like this one. Thank you.